Good morning class. Welcome back to your video lecture. Today in this video lecture we are basically going to start English language as we have already completed two chapters of your English literature. Those are first one is Patrick, who did Patrick's homework, and the second one was how the dog found himself a new master. As we have already completed those two chapters, today we are going to start English lang. Okay, and as we all know that in English lang we basically read about grammar. So today the topic that we are going to study about is sentences. So let's start the video. So if I ask you what is a sentence or what does a sentence means, think about it and what you think. What are they? Many people will say that it is a group of words. So let's see, is it a group of words or something else? Okay. So read these sentences given below, the group of words given below, and let's find out are these words sentence or not. Okay. So the first one is milk gives cow. Fly bird the in air. The third one is well very writes she. Sing some sweetly birds. Tails long have monkey. So as we all read that these all five numbering five lists of writing words are basically group of words. All of these are group of words. But what you think? Are these sentences? Okay, let's write these group of words in different way. Let's say the first word is milk gives cow. If I write these group of words in this order, cow gives milk. Okay. Now the second one is fly bird the in air. Is there any sense that you are getting from these group of words? No. What if I write this group of words as birds fly in the air? Are you getting a sense out of this word? These group of words? Yes. What is that? What does the sentence or the group of words that is written? Birds fly in the air. You can say that birds are flying in the air. What about the third sentence? Third one is well very right she. If I write these group of words as she writes very well, what do you think? Are you getting any sense from these words? Yes. What about the fourth one? Fourth one is sing some sweetly birds. Think about it. How can we write these group of words in such a way that it makes some sense? Think about it. Yes, we can write it as some birds sing sweetly. Now what about the fifth sentence, the fifth group of words? The fifth group of words are tails long have monkey. If we write it as monkey have long tails, all these group of words and these group of words, both the columns A and B both have group of words, but the only difference between these two columns is that in column A the group of words are written in such a way that it is not making a sense, and in column B the group of words are written in a manner that it is making a sense, right? So what are sentences? So basically we can say that a group of words that make complete sense is called sentences. Okay, as I have already explained you the group of words and what are the difference between a group of words and a group of words that make sense. So we can say that a group of words that make complete sense is known as sentences. We can call them as sentences. Now, for example, if I say it may rain today, so this is a sentence. Tomorrow is holiday. This is also a sentence, right? How can we identify a sentence? How we can say that the written group of words is a sentence or not? To identify that some group of words are sentence or not, we should just have 2 to 3 points in our mind. So the points to remember that how we can say that these group of words are a sentence or not is that the first point to be remembered is that a sentence begins with a capital letter. All the sentences that we write always begins with a capital letter. Okay, suppose if there is a sentence that is that uh, for example, if I say that birds fly in the air, birds fly in the air, right? So I said that the first word should be capital. So the first word is here capital. So this is a sentence. Now the second point to be remembered is that the words in the sentence must be written in a proper order to make sense. So no, we can't say that a group of words is a sentence. A sentence should be written in a proper form, in a proper order to make sense. The sentence should be written in a way that it conveys a sense, or it should be meaningful. It should convey a sense. Okay. The third point is that a sentence usually ends with a full stop. Okay, as we all know that all the sentences ends with a full stop, and we also call full stop as period. Okay, full stop is also known as period. We can call it as period also. Now, some sentences ends with a question mark. There are some sentences that that contains question mark or some other with exclamatory mark. Okay, we can't say that if there is a sentence written as what is your name, it is not a sentence. We can't say it because there are some sentences which have a question mark in it. Okay, and also some sentences which have exclamatory mark. Okay, now the last point is a sentence always has a verb in it. The most important thing is that a sentence always has a verb in it. How we will read it in the in a, we now how to say that a sentence is a complete sentence or an incomplete sentence. So for a sentence to be complete, it should have two things in it. The first one is subject. A sentence should contain a subject in it. And the other one is that it should also have a verb in it. What does verb means? Verbs are basically action doing words. Verbs are basically words that shows action or the state of an object. Okay, those are verbs. Now moving forward, a complete sentence is a complete sentence has a subject and verb that works together to make a complete sense. So to say that a sentence is a complete sentence, there should be two things in it. First one is subject and the other one is verb, and they both together forms a complete sentence. Okay, for example, and it should always gives us answer for two questions. The first question is who. Okay, who. We should find the answer of these two questions. That first one is who and the other one is what is he doing. Let's see, understand this with an example. Let's say I the sentence is the dog ate his bone. So in this sentence, the dog, this sentence has two parts. First is the dog and the second is ate his bone. So if I ask you, can you identify who and what the subject is doing in this sentence? Who basically is about subject. So who is subject here? That is who, the dog. We get our answer of question who. So in this sentence, the for about which we are talking is who. What we are talking about? We are basically talking about a dog. Okay, and what did he do, or what he is doing? That is ate his bone. So we get basically both answer of our questions. The first one question was who, and the second one is that what did he do. So we get answer of our both question, who and what did he do. So we can say that this is a complete sentence. Let's see another example of an incomplete sentence. How can we say that a sentence is incomplete? So the sentence is the big hairy spider. So in this, for whom we are talking about? We are talking about the big hairy spider, right? But can you identify by reading this sentence what he is doing? Can you? No, we can't, right? We can't identify because it is not a complete information. It's only written that the big hairy spider. So just because a sentence or a group of word is starting with a capital letter and has a period in it, or you can say a full stop in it, doesn't mean is a complete sentence. What it means is that we have this sentence, okay, the big hairy spider. Just because it has a capital letter and a period that is full stop doesn't mean it is a complete sentence. For a sentence to be complete, it should have subject as well as verb. It only has subject, right? It doesn't have a verb. So what we call these type of we can say that these are the group of words, right? We can say that these above written sentence is not a complete sentence. It is an incomplete sentence. And also we can say that this is a phrase, right? How? What basically phrase, what basically it means that, for example, if I say that at home, in a corner, right? In a corner. So if I say that at home, in a corner, under the table, in a few days, during the day, over the bridge, all of these are group of words, right? But are these sentences? No. Why? Because it don't have verb in it, right? It doesn't have verb in it. It only has subject, or you can say basically phrases are part of sentence. It's a part of sentence. Okay, it's a part of sentence. It is not a sentence. And phrases basically have meaning in it. It contain meaning, but it doesn't make full sense. By these words we can can get the meaning of it, that at home means ghar pe, but what or where we don't know. Okay, so these type of group of words which basically conveys meaning but it doesn't make complete sense is known as phrases. Okay, we call them phrases. and phrases basically don't have verb in it. And it also makes meaning, it also makes sense but not complete sense. Okay, so after this we moving on, we will now study about type of sentences. So there are basically four type of sentences that we are going to study about. The types of sentences are, first one is assertive sentences, or we can also call it as declarative sentences. Okay, the second one is interrogative sentences, the third one is imperative sentences, and the fourth one is exclamatory sentences. Okay, these are basic four type of sentences that we are going to read in this video. So let's start with the first one, that is assertive sentences. So assertive sentences are basically, let's read the definition of it first. Assertive sentences are those sentences, a sentence that states or declares something is called an assertive sentence or declarative sentence. So basically those sentences which state something, it gives us information about something, or it gives us information about a thing, or it expresses a fact about a thing or event or an action, is known as assertive sentences. For, like, if I say that a sentence that states or declares something means it is giving us information about something. Information. Okay. It is giving us information about something, or it is expressing something. Pressing something. Okay. Expresses what? It expresses facts, events, or action. How? Let's see. For example, he goes to school daily. Okay, this is an example of assertive sentence, or you can say declarative sentence, because in this sentence we are getting information about a person that he goes to school daily. Okay, and the second sentence is, you are my best friends. This is a declaration, means I am telling my best friend that you are my best friend. And basically assertive sentences ends with a period. Period means full stop, right? Now moving forward to the types of assertive sentences. Assertive sentences are basically of two types. Okay, first one is affirmative sentence, and the second one is negative sentences. Affirmative sentences are basically positive sentences, and negative sentences are basically which contain negative words in it. How? Like, for example, I say that he goes to school daily. Okay, this is a positive sentence, and negative sentence is this one, the second one, that is, I did not like it at all. This is also a declaration. I am providing an information to you that I don't like something. And how to identify that a sentence is a negative sentence is that it will contain negative words, that is, this contains not, right? And some other other negative words, for example, don't, did not, these type of sentences will form a negative sentence. Okay, now moving forward to the second type of sentences, that is the interrogative sentences. So what are interrogative sentences? Let's read the definition first. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentences. So basically sentences those in which there is a question, like the sentences in which we ask a question or someone is asking a question is known as interrogative sentence. Now how to, so basically in these type of sentences questioning is there. Okay, sentences in which question is asked or someone is asking a question is known as interrogative sentences. For example, if I say that what are you doing tonight? Okay, what are you doing tonight? It is an interrogative sentence. I am asking a question. The second example, it's written here, can you sing a song? It is also an interrogative sentences. And what is the basic way to identify an interrogative sentence is that it will also always contain a question mark at the end of it, right? As we all read that there are some sentences which contain question mark, and those sentences are basically interrogative sentences. Okay, now moving forward to the other type, that is imperative sentences. So what are imperative sentences? Basically, these are those sentences which basically expresses a command. You can say it expresses a command, M-A-N-D, command, or request, or an advice, or desire. All those sentences which expresses these four things are known as imperative sentences. So let's look at the definition of the sentence. So imperative sentences are those sentences, a sentence that expresses a command. It gives us a command, a request, an advice, or desire is called an imperative sentences. Okay, those sentences in which we get a command, a request, an advice, or desire. For example, a sentence for a command, keep quiet. It's a command, right? Please bring me a glass of water. So, what is this? This is a request. So, this is also an imperative sentence. If I say, I wish I would go abroad, that is an advice or a desire? It's a desire. Very good. It's a desire. Desire basically means something that we want. And as I have expressed in the sentence that I wish I would go abroad. So it is basically expressing my desire. And if I say a sentence that is, you must exercise every day to keep fit. So what is this? This is an advice, right? I am giving an advice to someone that you must exercise every day to keep yourself fit. So that's an advice. So now let's read the examples that are given this here. First one is kindly sit down. So what is this? It's a command or a request? It is a request, right? You must study daily. So what is this? This sentence is giving us what? This is giving us, yes, this is giving us an advice. So these two are imperative sentences. Okay. Now the fourth type of sentence is exclamatory sentences. So in these type of sentences, we basically put exclamation marks. Okay. Let's read the definition first. A sentence that expresses some strong or sudden feeling is called an exclamatory sentence. So basically in these type of sentences, we express a strong feeling or a strong desire, you can say, or a sudden feeling. Those sentences in which we express some strong behavior or strong feeling, okay, or a sudden feeling is known as exclamatory sentences. Let's look at examples. The first one is, what a talented girl she is. So in this we are basically expressing our feeling that she is very talented, right? Expressing our feeling, strong feeling that she is very talented. I feel this, that she is very talented. And what a coincidence this is. So this is a sudden type of feeling, right? We suddenly, what a coincidence this is, right? And as I've told you that these type of sentences will contain exclamation mark, which is this mark, as we all know that this is an exclamatory mark, right? And these exclamatory sentences basically uh, expresses our feelings or emotion. What type of emotion? It may be delightful, surprising, painful, or horror. For example, if I say hooray, I won the match, so this is an example of exclamatory sentence, and in this sentence I am basically delighted, right? Delighted means I am happy. I am expressing my happiness by saying that hooray, I won the match. So as this is exclamatory sentences. So we have read about 4 type of sentences, okay? Let's do a quick revision of that. First is first is assertive sentences. The second one was interrogative sentences. The third one was imperative sentences, and the fourth one is exclamatory sentences. So these are the 4 type of sentences that we have read. So I hope you all have understood what are basically sentences and what are the 4 types of sentences. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you all have understood it clearly.